Today we will have a new story. But before we start, can I see your looking eyes? How about your listening ears? Good. If you are now ready, we will begin our story. Love You Forever by Robert Munsch. Written by Sheila McGraw. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The boy grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled out the food in the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch, and he flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, This kid is driving me crazy. But at night time, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up on the side of his bed, and picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The little boy grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath, and when Grandma visited the house, he would always say bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at night time, when he was asleep, the mother would quietly open the door, crawl across his room, pick him up, and slowly rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes. Sometimes he listens to strange music. His mother would say, I feel like I am in a zoo. But at night time, when the teenager was asleep, he would crawl across his bed, pick him up, and rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The teenager grew. He grew to be a grown-up man. He bought a house across the town and he left home. But sometimes, on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across the town, and if all the lights in her son's house were out, he would crawl across his bed and pick him up. And while he picked him up, he would rock him and she would sing, I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Well, that mother, she got older. she got older and older and older. One day, she called up her son and she said, "You'd better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing, "I love you forever, I like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. The son went to his mother, picked him up, and rocked him back and forth. And while she rocked her, he sang, "I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. He went into the room where his very new baby daughter was born. He picked him up, and he sang, "I love you forever, I like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Did you like our story? We see how the mother loved her son and how the child grew up and he also loved his daughter. Now, we will make a card for your parents. We will make and draw them and we will say, "Thank you, I love you." You can also make cards for your grandparents, to your uncles, and to your aunties, to anyone you want to say thank you. Now let's grab our pens and let's do this.